Hi ladies, so this is gonna be my favorite brushes video, and I think I was requested to do this, but if not, here it goes. Most of the brushes that I use, well, all of the brushes that I use are very affordable and they can be bought anywhere. Bought easily. They're not expensive brushes. I don't use any expensive brushes, so if you want to see what I use, keep watching please. Okay, so let's start with powder brushes. This first powder brush, and most of these brushes are from Real Techniques. I love those brushes, so just keep that in mind. This is the Real Techniques powder brush. This is a huge brush. That's what I love. I was looking for a brush like this that just covered my face super quick, so this is my first brush. This was about, I think they run for about $8 to $9, which is super affordable in my opinion, and they're really nice. This is the first one, so I love using that one. Another brush that I love using for my powder, and when I say powder is after I put on my foundation, I use these to set it. This is the EcoTools, I guess a stippling kabuki brush. This was about $11, and I'm pretty sure they still have this brush, and it looks like this. Works amazing. And then another brush that I love using, this is from EcoTools as well, is a small little kabuki brush. This one came in a set for about $12, and it came with this, one of these, and I think two eye brushes. But yeah, now EcoTools changed their I guess their bristles, so it looks all, I've seen this little set, but they all look around this color, not the bottom. So, but I'm pretty sure they still work the same if you're looking for those. I've seen these at Target, Ulta, and Walmart, I think. Okay, let me see what other face brush. I think those are all the face brushes that I use the most. If you go back to my videos, those are the ones that I use the most. Now moving on to blush. Well, actually, let me show you what I use for foundation. For liquid foundation, I use this stippling brush a lot. This one is from Real Techniques as well, and it's the pink color. And like I said, these run for about $8 to $10, which are super inexpensive. So this is it. It looks like this. It's dirty because I used it today, but I love this brush. Another brush that I use to apply my liquid foundation, it's also by Real Techniques. This is the Expert Face Brush. Looks like that. And all of my Real Techniques, as you most know, they were bought at Ulta. That's where they sell these. So I love using this for my foundation. I used to use this one, which is a buffing brush, but this one is a little bit bigger than this one, so mostly I use the Expert Face Brush now, but I used to use the buffing brush. And then another one, this is the least one that I use, but if I need to apply liquid foundation and those are dirty, or and I'm in the mood to use another different brush, I use this one from Sonia Kashuk. I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but I know they still sell it. These were bought at Target. This was about maybe $15, but it's a really good brush in my opinion, and it's on the pricier side, but for its purpose and the bristles and everything is made real nicely, I would totally recommend it. Okay, now moving on to blush. I have these brushes that I use for blush. The first one I've mentioned in two of my past videos is the Soho blush brush. This is my favorite brush to apply blush with. And I got these at Big Lots for $4. But I know they sell them at at Walgreens for about 12 to 15 bucks. So I got a really good deal on these, and I have two of these. Love them. And then this other blush brush that I love using is from, I got these from a company called Hollywood Brushes. It was a big set, but this is a brush that I use the most from that set, and it kind of looks like it's the same shape as that the other blush brush that I use. I guess that's why I like it a lot. So they look like this on the side and like this to the front. Really like this one. And these they sell, I've seen them on the BH Cosmetics website. They do come in a set of about 10 to 12 brushes. So, and all the brushes are really good. I love this one, is my favorite, and the eyebrow brush that comes in the set are my favorite. And then another brush. This is actually a what were these brushes called? I don't remember what these brushes were called, but I took off the barrel from that. It used to be like a red handle, and Posh, they're called Posh brushes, and I bought mine at H-E-B, but I really didn't like the handle. It was just a red handle, and I got a little brush set, this brush set as a gift, but the brushes, like the bristles, weren't that good, so I really liked the handles, so I switched it up and I made this brush, which I really like. I love the bristles on this, and it's an angled blush brush that I use for blush, and sometimes I also use for contour because it's very thin. Not very thin, but it's pretty precise. Looks like that, and today I used this for my blush. Now moving on, so I use that for blush and contour. And then another brush that I use for contour, of course, is from Real Techniques, and it's the contour brush. Looks like this. And this one came in a set along with the powder brush. No, not the powder brush. Along with the buffing brush and 2 other brushes. So it came in a set. Looks like this. And then for highlight, I have 2 brushes that I use a lot. This that I like using for the highlight. This one is from Sonia Kashuk, and it's a fan brush like this. I don't apply highlight as much, but when I do, I use these brushes. This was about $9, $8 to $9. I'll try and link them down below. So like I said, I got this at Target from Sonia Kashuk. And then this next one is also from Real Techniques. Surprise, surprise. This is called their Dual Fiber Contour Brush, but I use it for highlight because it fits really nicely right here. For concealer, I use 2 brushes. This one is from e.l.f. It's their Flawless Concealer Brush, and it was $3 at Target. And it just looks like that. It's very stiff at the end, so I really like it. It does the job. The only thing I don't like is, since the bristles are black, you can see the concealer on it, and it looks, to me, I don't like the way it looks. It looks ugly, so I tend to not use it as often, but when I do, it does a really good job. Another brush that I like to use for the concealer is the e.l.f. Small Stipple Brush. Looks like this, and this was also $3 at Target. Really like it. And another thing that I use for, it's not a brush, but as you've seen in a lot of my videos, I use the Soho Beauty Sponge. I don't have it with me right now. I left it in the car. It fell and I left it there. But I like that one because it's got 2 pointy sides, and it's awesome for applying and blending your concealer. To set my concealer, I use 2 brushes. This one is from, I believe, from Walgreens. It comes in a set in the Walgreens set. I think they're called Studio 35 brushes or something like that. Studio Tools, something like that. But I like it because it's very like soft, and it's pointy, so you can get it right underneath your eyes, like right in this corner. Really like this brush, and they sell these at Walgreens in a set of like 4 brushes, and all the brushes are nice. So, but that's my favorite for under eyes. And then another one that I just recently bought is the Real Techniques setting brush, which is also pointy at the end, so it's really good for setting your concealer underneath your eyes. And where's my other brush? There's one last brush that I use to set. Oh, it's over here. This one is also, I believe, from Studio 35 or Studio Tools, and it's basically the same as the Real Techniques. It's just the Real Techniques is a bit fluffier. So, and it's fluffy, as you can see, and it's got product on it. But yeah, these are the brushes that I use the most. I have a ton of brushes, but I always tend to go for those brushes. So that's it. If you have any questions, as always, let me know and I'll answer as soon as I can. Bye.